Moving to the server selection screen. You selected Adrenaline. When you selected Stellarite. When you have made a selection, press text underscore race underscore TTS underscore key underscore PS underscore score. You selected Stellarite. You selected Pippin. When you have made a selection, press text underscore race underscore TTS. You selected Adrenaline. When you have made a selection, press text. You selected Stellarite. You selected Adrenaline. You selected Stellarite. You selected Adrenaline. When you have made a selection, press text underscore race underscore TTS underscore key underscore PS underscore score. You selected Stellarite. You selected it. You selected Stellarite. When you have made a selection, press text underscore race underscore TTS underscore key underscore PS underscore score. You selected Ivory. When you have made you selected Adrenaline. When you have made a selection, press text underscore race underscore TTS underscore key underscore PS underscore score. Cushion is playing. To skip, press circle long press.
The Star of Siliveth. It is said to be the seal stone containing Siliveth, goddess of destruction. This magical star of destruction was shattered into pieces all across the world, and those who were born with this fragment were called the Starborn. In 1192, during an age of conflict, the Archean commander Khazar sought to use the power of the star fragments as a tool of war. Khazar sent the witch Calanthea to the remote island where Starborn were hiding.
Cushion is playing. To skip, press circle long press.
We must protect the children at all costs. I'm sorry, child.
Cushion is playing. To skip, press circle long press. Choose a character you would like to create. Circle creates a masculine character, and triangle creates a feminine character. Square creates a random character. says, acquired 49 says, entered Sprout chat channel. Cushion is playing. To skip, press circle long press. Welcome to Throne and Liberty. You have successfully accessed the playable world.
Fragment. We need to get out of here.
Says, changes have been saved.
Now, stop them. Mercy! Fight with a different weapon. Awaken the wild power in the star fragment and...
Star fragment! I'll take your star fragment too!
Says, unable to morph. Not enough space available.
Hurry up and run. Your star fragment is...
App says, you have acquired Dream You Must Wake Up from Completion Reward, S. Please enter a character name. There is a limit on how long the character's name can be. You To use the name you entered, press X. To enter another name, press circle.
Hey, it's you! Whoa, are you alright? Did you have that nightmare again? Please, don't feel guilty. The Elder wouldn't want you to feel this way forever. Come on, why don't you go out and get some fresh air? Oh, right. Lottie just left to go to Moonshade Town. You should follow her. I'd love to come with, but running makes my arm hurt. I'll bet Lottie morphed. If you want to catch up to her, you'll have to morph too. Ah, that Lottie. She didn't take the map again. Can you take it to her? I drew up the map because she asked for it too. Up the map on the table. All right, let's get going. Go to those stairs over there, quickly. If you want to catch up to Lottie, you'd better hurry. If you want to catch up to Lottie, you'd better hurry.
Says, you have acquired Benny's Concern Completion Reward, S.
That was Gigantrite!
Oh, I heard that it's passing Wisperians here. Ah, I forgot the map. Adventurer, why are you here? Ah, I was just about to go back and get it. Thanks. Oh, I need to repair something in Moonshade Town. Since you're here already, do you want to go to the training grounds with me? It's been a while since you've seen some action. I'm sure it's nothing too serious or urgent. Besides, today is the day when Gigantrite passes by Wisperian. Wisperian will be full of energy today, so let's take it easy. Why don't you take this chance to try out a different weapon? You can't keep using that broken sword forever. Then we can go to Moonshade Town. What do you say? Now, let's go.
Stairs are broken. Be careful, my friend. Seems like Clay is here too, given a special occasion.
Today's the day where the massive divine beast called Gigantrite comes by.
Gigantrite is really big!
What are you doing? Let's go inside!
Oh, I'm surprised to see anyone here today. Want to try out some weapons?
Says, acquired roving Lutrang morph.
Let me teach you. Well, I'm sure you already know you can equip up to 2 weapons. Try out different weapons, and find a weapon that you like.
We've prepared all kinds of...
Ah, you're new to these weapons, right? Swords, great swords. Swords are used with shields. Find one you like.
Says, the selected menu cannot be used yet.
Oh, you like that weapon? It suits you. Not bad.
Says, the selected menu cannot be used yet.
We... We've prepared all kinds of weapons.
You're new to these weapons, right? Let me teach you. Swords, great swords. Swords are used with shields. So sword wielders typically stand on the front lines to protect others. Find one you like. Then try it on the practice dummy here.
We've prepared all...
Shall we go to Moonshade Town?
says, you can use dash morph soon.
Moonshade Town. Can you open the gate?
Sure, Lottie. You'll have a good view of Wisperian on the way too.
Have we spent too much time? Should we hurry?
Whenever says, you have entered a peace zone.
The town buzzes with excitement and energy. During such an event, you and Lottie left Wisperian's fortress to visit Moonshade Town.
What's going on here? Let's go and check it out. I'll go over first.
You and Lottie made use of the piton and your grappling hooks to continue onward.
It looks like the cart was destroyed by artillery.
Are you all right? What's going on? There are fireballs flying through the sky. Who could be attacking?
Says, the selected menu cannot be used yet.
This can't be happening. The pulley lift just broke. We can't get to Wisperian with this. This lift would let us cross Wisperian to get to Moonshade Town. It's the only way to get there without a boat. This is bad. Burmetz is here. Maybe he has an idea. I will try to find a way. You go ahead and take care of the injured.
Burmetz,
Oh,
can you
it
fix
isn't
this?
Lottie. Well, between the two of us, we'll have it fixed in no time. Shall we get started?
Thank you. Wisperian was hit too. Can you check it out?
Says, you have entered a safe zone.
On your way to Asperion. While Asperion was still intact, a broken pulley lift prevented you from reaching Moonshade Town. Suddenly, a mysterious being bathed in light appeared and led you to the top of the great tree.
Says, acquired bald eagle morph. Says, all players in the zone are hostile other than those in the same party, guild, or alliance. A penalty may be applied upon death. Collisions occur between player characters.
Damn it! With the pulley destroyed, reinforcements can't reach us!
Is there some way? Oh,
Says, you can use dash morph soon.
how did you get here? I thought the pulley lift was broken. I don't really understand what you're saying. Oh, I see. You escaped with me. Glad to see you're safe. But now's hardly the time to chat. For now, will you lend us your strength? Thank you. Captain Kyra and I will fight the Archean forces on this side and find a way to get in. We'll need you to go into town and rescue the residents with the resistance. Please be careful. When this is over, let's be sure to meet again.
That says, you have acquired Whispering Amatoi completion reward, S.
Damn the Archaea! They even recruited old warriors!
I've got this! Spear of Fury!
You brought your Star Dragon right to us! Now die! We can take your Star!
I'll clear the way here as well. Please stand aside. Spear of Fury! This is too much!
Right defense skill against King Kurt's Fury attack!
Says, the selected menu cannot be used yet.
We really win. Bundle throw! Or defend with violence!
His eye is his weakness! This is the power of a rampaging star fragment.
I'm sorry, child.
Children, this way!
Hey, wake up! That's strange. I wasn't told about any serious injuries. Hey, are you awake? Do you recognize me? Oh, nice. You wait here.
I'll call the healer now.
Says, your relationship with players who were hostile in the war zone will return to normal. No penalties will be applied upon death.
Forged in celestial fire.
Are you in a condition?
Says, unable to morph. Not enough space available.
Any idea how worried I was? Clay? I heard someone took down
You did good.
That must...
You're finally awake. Come this way. Thanks to your defeat of King Vert, we were able to fight off the Archeum. The portal in the sky has closed as well. We were about to be killed by King Vert when your star fragment... Speaking of which, please, that said, are you all... That power is unpredictable when it's in... I have a friend named Martin here. When you...
Always together.
Says, you have acquired, thanks to the star fragment's power, the island is safe for now. Goot says, he turned 74 today too. Goot says, wild asf. Forrest says, damn, more life to Pops. Hatson says, Hatson's party Berkant. Dextra, Deadpay Game says, I live 2 hours away. Will Star first says, Happy Father's Day to the Fasces. Hatson says, Hatson's party Berkant. Crow Silver says, Genial ya tengo mis 30k de fichas de fortuna. Oryx Holy Knight says, Tank LFG Crim burn 14k. Komio Ghetto Sum says, need 2 DPS for 4-star Q. Dextructor says, Dextructor's party Nebula Arana. Says, used server transfer ticket chest. Azulentra says, Azulentra's party Birkin only healer May 6th. Tekeng says, Tekeng's party Crimson B3. Hatson says, Hatson's party Berkant. Crow Silver says, Why quando si Gaston Laws fiches? Tekeng says, Tekeng's party Crimson B3. Azulentra says, Azulentra's party Birkin healer and DPS. Tekeng says, Tekeng's party Crimson Bee March 3rd 6th. Says, acquired Battle Pass rewards. Marango Nordist says, 1 DPS rank.
Have you tried using the storage? Welcome, brother! First time...
May Einar's blessings be upon you.
Lord Hobbs of Laslan resisted Revolupius, who had usurped the throne, but his dominion was taken by the Archeum Legion.
Armbiz says, X.
However, Laslan was free.
Sada Beardum says, X.
Led by Captain Da Vinci, and the Laslan Allied Resistance Forces were founded here.
Marango Nordist says, B and GT, 500 Lucent and GT, Precious Lithograph, Codex of Deep Secrets.
Take a gander before you head off on your adventure. I'm sure you'll find some. Do you need anything? Yes. Welcome. Oh, sorry.
Says, Old Intelligence Record 91-3 book collected.
That was close. I can't believe the ghastly tales were true.
It is really... Any questions about... So, Clayson, by the way...
Says, you have acquired Find Martin a completion reward, S.
Turns out she had gone into hiding, fearing the Archean Legion. When you showed Clay's token to the villagers, told you where to go, and gave you the full password, the Light Fragment Whispers.
Expecting any visitors? I haven't seen you around before, so what brings you here? I see. Clay sent you to me because of my research. The truth is, my sister Adriana also suffers from bouts of mana frenzy. I've been searching for a cure. If you're suffering from the effects of mana frenzy as well, a mana calming potion can alleviate your symptoms. I'd brew one for you, but I just used my last batch of ingredients. And unfortunately, I must stay here for the time being. Then I'll tell you where to go and what I need. Head to the Golden Apothecary in the Golden Rye pastures. You'll be able to find some rancid powder. Bring me some rancid powder, and I'll make you an improved mana calming potion. You know how to use waypoints, right? If you aren't sure, go ask Priestess Grace. Using them makes it a breeze to return after procuring materials. Oh dear! You look... Your symptoms are clearly getting worse. Hurry, bring me some rancid powder.
Says, you have acquired the Locked Infirmary completion reward, S. Smoke Session says, Smoke Session's party levy piece.
Who had worked as a healer there, had left. While in hiding, she is still researching a cure for her sister's star.
Says, the notification-enabled Azrael schedule has begun. Black Sun says, Healer LF Levy Dominion.
Lord Hobbs of Laslan resisted Revolupius, who had usurped the throne, but his dominion was taken by the Archean Legion.
Tassuderado says, Tassuderado's party Leviathan. Idmushi says, Idmushi's party.
Led by Captain Da Vinci, and the Laslan Allied resistance forces were founded here.
Kasana says, Kasana's party levy peace March 6th.
How long is this ugly statue going to remain here?
Montserrat Marengo Nordist says, B and GT, 500 Lucent and GT, Precious Lithograph, Codex of Deep Secrets. Says, Old Intelligence Record 61-2 book collected. Says, you have entered a peace zone. Jotun Buka SH4 says, LFM Levy Dom have, Arise 9th form says, Arise 9th forms party levy peace. Epsim says, Epsim's party levy Paz.
Prosperous granary in Laslan.
Silver QR says, X. Not Sorry says, Not Sorry's party Azrael.
People tried to solve the problem by employing the power of free wizards, but the free wizards' clumsy magic only made things worse.
Kasana says, Kasana's party levy peace May 6th. Says, you have acquired Clay's achievement, waypoint completion reward, S.
Teleportation was a rare skill that was only used by a few wizards. When the wizard Clay completed the scheme...
Says, Silver QR says, XXXX.
Teleport freely.
Says, you have acquired the once peaceful Ryfield's completion reward, S. Naywolf says, Levy. Says, killed Scarab.
What should I do?
How can I help you? Do you need some rancid
Hikari 1 says, it says, you have acquired the Herbalist's Gloomy Apprentice completion reward, S. Nutella Sky says, Nutella Sky's Party Paz.
Has been an apprentice there for some time, though he has yet to gain the approval of his master. You've heard that the locals pitied the outside.
Says, killed Wasp.
A gifted student who suffered under his eccentric master.
Says, killed Wasp. Mia Dearden says, Party Levy. Says, Sue says, LFG Levy. Ozoi says, Ozoi's Party Levy. Says, killed Scarab. Nutella Sky says, Nutella Sky's Party Paz. Spartan T83 says, Spartan T83's Party Left. Says, killed Violent Harvester. Says, you have entered a safe zone. Says, you have entered a peace zone. Renmaru says, LFPNEB. Relished says, one never asterisk 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 asterisk. Hikari 1 says, Hikari 1's party crims. Relish says, Leviathan equipment selection chest. Relish says, Leviathan equipment selection chest. Says, Relish says, Leviathan equipment selection chest. I lied. Hikari 1 says, killed wasp. Says, you have acquired the once peaceful Ryfield's completion reward, S. Dextructor says, Dextructor's party Nebula Aranas. Hikari 1 says, Hikari 1's party Crimson B3 need DPS spear only. Says, killed scarab. The main ingredients for rancid powder can be acquired. Renmaru says, LF Nebula.
They are the decomposed heart of a harvester, which controls magical power, a wasp stinger, which controls magical toxicity, and a contaminated scarab horn, which has a tonic effect.
Says, killed wasp.
Ingredients are highly toxic on their own, but highly effective together.
Says, killed wasp. Hikari 1 says, Hikari 1's party Crimson B3 need healer. Says, killed scarab. Hikari 1 says, Hikari 1's party Crimson B May 3rd 6th, says, killed violent harvester. Says, killed scarab. Once you place your hand on a waypoint, it will glow with blue light, activating the schema. If you open the map and select an act, Haris says, Haris's party temple,
you can instantly travel to that location.
Hikari 1 says, Hatson says, Hatson's party Burkant. Says, Journal of a Laslan Farmer 5-page collected. Hikari 1 says, Hikari 1's party Crimson B May 3rd 6th.
Welcome to then try.
Haris says, Haris's party temple 1 franc. Shixa says, Shixa's party Burkant. Statix, Slumbers Mars says, Slumbers Mars's party Crim B1. Soren 0 Deutsch Mark V says, Soren 0 Deutsch Mark V's party Crimson S3 DPS.
Hidden in ships wrecked by storms and chests that have been drifting, you will encounter the masters of the coastline. From a distance, they look like normal crustaceans, but when you get up close, you'll find they pose a greater threat than you anticipated. While you search for treasures hidden in ships wrecked by storms and chests that have been drifting, you will encounter the masters of the coastline.
What brings you? Huh? Oliver, herbalist.
Soren 0 Reality Gaming says, Reality Game says, you have acquired the herbalist's explanation completion reward, S.
The herbalist Wilson. He always entrusted the apothecary to his apprentice and collected herbs alone. He had to venture to all sorts of dangerous areas to get medicinal herbs, but his pupil was a coward who would flee at the sight of an ant.
Amarisol says, need tank for cryptive augmentation at boss queue up. Says, you have entered a safe zone.
What should I do?
Ingredient, you're back so soon. Did you find how I'm glad you're all right. The rancid powder you brought is high quality. I'll make the Mana calming potion for you right away.
Emerald Dimitri says, Emerald Dimitri's party Crimson B2.
All right, here you are. Why don't you try it and see how it works?
Hariz says, Hariz's party temple 1 franc need healer. Hariz says, Hariz's party temple 1 franc need healer. Beiya says, Beiya's party taught B2.
Why don't you try it and see how it works? How are you? Are you feeling any... Just as I thought. It's much more...
Hatson says, Hatson's party Burkent.
...improve the efficacy. But I didn't expect the results to be this good. The calming potion's effect is very effective this time. I need to bring this to my sister right away. But as you know, I'm in no position to be wandering around outside. Thank you. Only Mina knows where my sister... Yes.
Soren 0 Deutsch Mark V says, Soren 0 Deutsch Mark V's party Crimson S3 DPS. Emerald Dimitri says, Emerald Dimitri's. Shix's says, Shix's party Burkent. Antraxon says, Antraxon's party Burkent farm. The effect of the mana calming potion that Martinet made was incredible. Soon after you drank the potion, you could feel your magic begin to settle down. Martinet, who had been researching a way to relieve her older sister, Adriana's pain, for so long, finally succeeded in creating a potion, more effective than her other attempts. Says, you have entered a peace zone. Hikari 1 says, Hikari 1's party Crimson B May 3rd 6th. Says, gigantic moonstone successfully mined. Beiya says, Beiya's party taught B2.
Huh? How can... Seeing that you brought the calming potion, I'm pretty sure that Martinet must have sent you. If she sent this out of the blue in such a hurry...
Says, you have acquired news from Mina completion reward, S.
Were closing in on Adriana's hideout, forcing her to flee.
Emerald Dimitri says, Emerald Dimitri's party Crimson B2.
So she set out to find a way to quell her frenzied mana on her own.
Emerald Dimitri says, Emerald Dimitri's party Crimson B May 2nd 6th heal.
Unfortunately, we're a bit late. That one must have taken Adriana away!
You have a star fragment just like that girl. I won't be going home empty-handed after all.
Dom Fuzi 0 and EV says, LF Guild. Marengo Nordist says, 1 tank 1 healer hyphen and GT, Rand entire 1 tragedy. Deleted user says, does using T2 blue gear help save mats, upgrading to T2 purple?
I'll take your star fragment, even if I have to pry it from your corpse!
Says, this content is not yet unlocked. Dextructor says, Dextructor's party Nebula Aranas. Says, you have been resurrected.
I'll take your star fragment, even if I have to pry it from your corpse!
Alaric says, healer and tanks Q for teeth. Shixes says, Shixes party Burkant.
Hand over the star fragment!
Hikari 1 says, Hikari 1's party Crimson B May 3rd 6th need healer.
I can't lose to some kid!
I can with time. I quickly just
Says, you have acquired clues left by Adriana completion reward, S.
The power of a star fragment. Only after defeating them did you discover her research papers and a diary she had left behind. There, she had clearly recorded the difficult times she had been through.
Canna Muffin Man says, DPS Red Pally LFG Burkant. Marengo Nordist says, 1 tank 1 healer hyphen and GT, Rand entire 1 tragedy. Emerald Dimitri says, Emerald Dimitri's party Crimson B2.
Just who was she ended up telling?
Says, you have acquired Janice's advice completion reward, S.
Adriana had met. Janice, recognizing...
I knockout says, Universidade LVL 30 Recruta. Voce drop voce pega. Free Luke Archboss Guild Boss. Greville says, Universidade Recruit. Free lot, if you drop IT you get IT.
Archeum forces captured Martinet, the younger of two twin sisters. By keeping her hostage, they forced the shaman Adriana, who wielded the power of a star fragment, to call forth the rains. As the ritual began, rain cascaded from the sky, accompanied by crashes of thunder. But the Archeum forces had altered the ritual. Their tampering caused a cursed rain to fall.
Reanime 42069 says, T1 Doomrit Q just need a tank. Reanime 42069 says, come bang out your weekly.
Adriana was shocked to witness kill them now that they had served their purpose. The awe-inspiring power of the star fragment that lay dormant within Adriana flooded out, and their enemies were annihilated in an instant. In the aftermath, Adriana was beset by unspeakable disfigurations, swallowed by guilt over her role in causing the cursed rain.
Tasuderado, Marengo Nordist says, 1 healer and GT, Randon Tire 1 tragedy. Reanime 42069 says, T1 Doomrit Q just. Reanime 42069 says, come bang out your weekly PLSS. Bacano says, Belt of the Night Master. Marengo Nordist, Deadpay Game says, I wanna bang. Reanime 42069 says, come bang Doomrit. Marengo Nordist says, 1 healer hyphen and GT, Rand entire 1 tragedy. Senior Dorito says, Belt of the Night Master. Lean 99 says, Tevin's Fangs of Fury WTB 30k plus. Reanime 42069 says, please any tank just spare us 5 mins of your time and save us from the queue. Senior Dorito says, Inv. Antraxon says, Antraxon's party Reanime 42069 says, Doomra T1 party MM. Reanime 42069 says, can't invite but we got everything but a tank cute should put you in with us. Says, you have entered a safe zone. Marengo Nordist says, 1 healer hyphen and GT, Rand entire 1 tragedy.
Adventurer, now that my call when we meet again.
In the past, when Arcune had taken Martine hostage, Adriana had unleashed a cursed storm with her powers. When the Arcune tried to dispose of Martine, who had served her purpose to them, Adriana lost control of her star frag. Reanime 42069 says, oh no please healer don't be asleep. Rayauzix says, Rayauzix's party taught B2 Needle.
Is there someone out there? Can anyone help me? There isn't that much time left. There's something that I desperately need, but no one will even listen to me. Couldn't you find it in your heart to help me out, adventurer?
Senior Dorito says, F. Reanime 42069 says, lol. Reanime 42069 says, and LT/3. Senior Dorito says, sorry, C. Rayauzix says, Rayauzix's party top B2 need DPS healer February 6th.
You don't mind?
Reanime 42069 says, appreciate the attempt. Says, unable to morph. Says, the jailed guild gave up ownership of Grand Alon Riftstone. Says, you have acquired. Dave, the Lord's aide, was concerned that the bait he was using for the wolf hunting contest wasn't effective enough. He decided to solve this problem by developing a new kind. To get a keepsake for Swari, you must first gather the ingredients for this new bait from Windhill Shore. Rayauzix says, Rayauzix's party taught be February 2nd 6th. Leveling says, Leveling's party Crimson B2. Says, you have entered a peace zone. Says, the Rise Guild gave up ownership of Chernobyl Riftstone. Buffwin, Queen of Curses says, lol. Says, the Obsidian Guild gave up ownership of Talus Rift. Dokley says, PvP farming no more. Hi Imabis says, SMH. Bluey says, Buffwin says, really yell. Hariz says, Hariz's party temple 1 franc. Sig says, brah. Meatcell says, we all friends here. Sambles says, FWNT says, you didn't. Sambles says, Sambles is party tank dimensional trial 4K+. Bad thing says, lies y'all don't like me. Sambles says, Sambles is party tank says, you have acquired Fisherman's Bait completion reward, S.
When fishing boats are sunk by the perilous reefs.
Hikari 1 says, Hikari 1's party Crimson says, gigantic moonstone successfully. Sambles says, Sambles is party tank dimensional trial hall of tragedy 4K+. Hikari 1 says, Hikari 1's party Crimson B May 3rd 6th. Meatcell says, that's not true, I jumped saying hi. Sambles says, Sambles is party tank dimensional trial hall of tragedy 4K+. Antraxon says, Antraxon's party Birkent Farm. Parguan says, Parguan's party Birkent. Says, you have acquired Shipwreck Pincers completion reward, S.
Crackles are as ferocious as they look, and have a pungent smell. It's said that a hunter once won the wolf hunting contest by secretly...
Says, you have acquired a sailor's letter completion reward, S. Says, stat distribution complete. Hen Zero Tank says, Spear DPS looking for farm and PvP. Says, you have acquired the once peaceful Ryefields completion reward, S. Says, acquired leveling log rewards. Leveling says, Leveling's party Crimson B2. Revenant says, Nebula party. Canna Muffin Man says, Canna Muffin Man's party neb farming. Says, you have entered a safe zone.
Have you tried using the storage? It's very... That's great. God, brother. When? Got that, brother?
Says, Reville, Demon of Silesium. Book collected.
Take a gander before you head off on your adventure.
That was close. I can't believe the ghastly tales were true.
Sambles says, Sambles is Party Tank Dimensional Trial Hall of Tragedy 4K+. Says, you have acquired Appendix Play Button Armor Crafter Rachel Completion Reward, S.
Rachel gave you some materials and told you to craft some armor.
Come back anytime.
Sambles says, Sambles is Party Tank Dimensional Trial Hall of Tragedy 4K+.
That was close. I can't believe the ghastly tales were true.
Sambles says, Sambles is Party Heal Dimensional Trial Hall of Tragedy 4K+. Sambles says, Sambles is Party Heal Dimensional Trial Hall of Tragedy 4K+.
Are you back already? That was fun. You take the Chris. Oh,
Says, you have acquired the Relieved Aid Completion Reward, S.
That he could proceed with the contest as intended. He asked you to deliver the new bait to the Lord's brother, Chris, in Blackhow Plains. He also is the head of the Wolf Hunters Association, so you'll need to talk to him to acquire a keepsake.
Shag Nasty Kang 1 says, sup people. Lunar Records says, Lunar Records is Party Neb PvP. Says, you have entered a peace zone. Parguan says, Birkin Farm Parguan's Party. Sambles says, Sambles is Party Heal Dokley says, PvP farming no mobs Nebs Dokley's Party May 6th. Jason Park says, P. He says, he's party temple burn B1.
This vast plain was once a cherished village landmark before the packs of giant wolves.
Parguan says, Burskent Farm Parguan's party. He says, he's party temple burn B1.
Where is the person that... where?
Jason Park says, LFG Nebula.
Wolf fangs can be don't have lately. Once you do me a favor.
Says, you have acquired he says, he's party temple burn 1 franc. Who's OZ says, who's OZ's party crimson 3. Kiara says, Alguine paradimensional. Hen Zero Tank says, Hen Zero Tank's party Nebula PvP and farm. He says, he's party temple burn 1 franc. Says, killed fierce wolf. Says, killed brutal wolf. Ik4 Reles says, Depai contra qual quiera. Statix says, Statix is party Birkin farm. Says, killed brutal wolf. Jason Park says, LFG Nebula. Jason Parks says, killed brutal wolf. Says, killed fierce wolf. Says, Renmaru says, LFG NEB. Says, you have acquired proof of valor completion reward, S.
From one of the ferocious wolves that inhabit the Blackheart Plains.
Says, killed shrewd wolf.
Can acquire this material, symbolizing the death of Iskael the Greyfanged. Hen Zero Tank says, killed brutal wolf.
says, killed fierce wolf. Ik4Reles says, Sin Pensarlo, Todolo Aries, Komos, Leveling says, Leveling's party Crimson B2 boss. Says, killed fierce wolf. Says, killed fierce wolf. Says, killed, he says, he's party temple burn 1 franc. Says, the notification enabled, says, peace, wolf hunting contest region is a peace zone where you cannot battle other players.
Been 10 years since the battle with Iskael.
Says, wild herb successfully gathered.
Heroic son Henry protected our lovely Castleton at the cost of his life. To prevent such tragedy from happening again, we're holding an annual contest that will help our hunters to hone their skills and stand united.
Someone please help me! I'm alive, and it's all thanks to you. Please accept this in return.
Says, you have acquired Plane Running Hunter Completion Reward, S. Sierra12 says, Sierra12's Party Nebula Peace Spider February, says, wild herb successfully gathered.
End the Harrow's tomb in the north.
The wolf hunting contest will begin soon, and I have some pre-announcements to make. During the recent competitions, people roasted meat over the wolf trap bonfires. You won't survive if they come after you in packs, so be careful.
Sierra12 says, Sierra12's Party Nebula Peace Spot says, Hamel's Anthem book collected. Rivulet says, Rivulet's Party Coop Valley of Slaughter help me. Says, you have acquired the mystical tomb of Hamel completion reward, S.
Our Lord will soon make the opening speech. Before that, I have a small announcement to make for contest participants. Listen, if you ever get surrounded by wolves,
says, killed fierce wolf.
Hunters should have each other's backs at all times. Make sure that you help each other whenever possible.
Says, you have acquired Jason Park says, LPGNEB. Paris says, LFG Nebula PvP.
The wolf hunting contest will start soon.
Sierra12 says, Sierra12's Party Nebula Peace Spider May 6th.
Henry.
It's a tradition. If you want it, would you care to...
Says, you have acquired Sheepish Reconnaissance Completion Reward, S. Huzozi says, killed Fierce Wolf.
Great honor and greater rewards.
Infinlay says, you have acquired Return of the Age of Wolves Completion Reward, S.
I'm looking forward to seeing who the winners will be. Now, let the game commence.
Says, killed Fierce Wolf. Louis says, Louis Party Creepy 2. Louis says, Louis Party Creepy 2. Says, killed Fierce Wolf. Says, killed Brutal Wolf. Says, killed Shrewd Wolf. Louis says, Louis Party Creepy says, killed Brutal Wolf. Sambles says, Sambles is Party Heal Dimensional Trial Hall of Tragedy 4K+. He says, he's Party Temple Burn 1 Frank, says, killed Shrewd Wolf. Louis says, Sambles says, Sambles is Party Tank Dimensional Trial Hall of Tragedy 4K+. Sambles says, killed Shrewd Wolf. Louis says, you have acquired Appendix Play Button, the Hero of the Wolf Hunting Contest Completion Reward, S.
Thanks to the continuing support of Lord Hobbs, a spectacular scene unfolds during the competition, as hunters from all over the continent run through the plains, battling.
Says, killed Black Howl Wolf. Says, delivered Wolf Tail X4.
Try to deliver the tails in advance so you don't run out of time.
Louis says, Louis Party says, killed Fierce Wolf. Sierra12 says, Sierra12's Party Nebula Peace Spider Mace says, delivered Wolf Tail X1.
Oh, what was it? Listen, but now, if you pass through the...
Says, you have acquired Appendix Play Button, a Father's Heart Completion Reward, S.
He explained the origins of the contest, and reminisced about his son Henry. Not as the Lord of Latin.
Louis says, Louis Party Creepy May 2nd 6th. Says, killed Brutal Wolf. Says, delivered Wolf Tail X4. Says, killed Brutal Wolf.
Try to deliver the tails in advance so you don't run out of time.
Says, killed brutal wolf. Says, delivered Wolf Tail X3. Says, killed Black Howl Wolf. He says, he's party temple burn 1 franc. Says, killed brutal wolf. Hurry says, LFG Nebula PvP. Says, delivered Wolf Tail X5.
Everything is still up for grabs, so don't stop now!
Says, merciless demon Khazar book collected.
Try to deliver the tales in advance, so you don't run out of time!
He says, he's party temple burn 1 franc. Says, you have left the peace wolf hunting contest zone. Revena says, Teepaliiwa says, you have entered a safe zone. He says, he's party temple burn 1 franc. Dom Fuzi 0 and EV says, someone low level want to trade kills in Dominion for quest. Says, unable to morph. Not enough space available. He says, he's party temple burn 1 franc.
How long is this ugly statue going to remain here?
Before you head off on your adventure, I'm sure you'll find something you need.
Dom Fuzi 0 and EV says, XD I need the chests RIP ha ha ha. Says, you have acquired the help of a likable Parguan says, Birken Farm Parguan's party.
Wolf hunting keepsake he made in times long gone.
He says, he's party temple burn 1 franc.
Recalling that alongside young Henry, who bravely set out to rescue the children, was an unknown hero.
It is really important to grow your... improve your say. I can craft a skill growth...
Says, you have acquired appendix play button developing skills completion reward, S.
Adrian taught you how to craft and use skill growth books. Armed with this new knowledge, you now have the potential to become even stronger.
Says, quality lithograph, armor X1, quality magic powder X5, quality polished crystal X6, quality manasteel X5 has been consumed in inventory. Says, quality lithograph, armor X1, quality magi 3 X5, quality magic powder X5, quality polished crystal X6 has been consumed. Says, quality magic powder X5, quality polished crystal X6, quality manasteel X5, quality lithograph, armor X1 has been consumed in inventory. He says, he's party temple burn 1 franc.
Hi-ho, friend. If you need a weapon, you can count on you. A good weapon is worth 10.
He says, he's party temple burn 1 franc.
Adventurer? I'll put them know that. Actually, we were. Do you think I'll meet that? Oh, if you. Oh, really? In the plane.
Sierra 12 says, Sierra 12's Party Nebula Peace Spider May 6th. Sierra 12, Dark Maca says, Dark Maca's Party T1 Halls. Buff Win says, Griingua 1,111,111,111.
Those who see, I hereby.
He says, he's party temple burn 1 franc. Says, you have entered a peace zone. Says, it says, peace, wolf hunting contest region is a peace zone where you cannot battle other players.
Oh, the delivery for the Southern Lake campsite is already finished.
Says, you have left the peace, wolf hunting contest zone. He says, he's party temple burn 1 franc. Arkemir says, so I heave like 5k stones, now what? Says, about Hamel 1 page collected. Park Yuan said, Reanime 42069 says, when do I get my stones? Reanime 42069 says, I didn't. Sierra 12 says, Sierra 12's Party Nebula Peace Spider April 6th heal. Arkemir says, Louis says, Louis Party Creepy 2.
Star Child, are you seeking a path?
Arkemir says, if you didn't get them by now you got scammed. Dom Fuzi 0 and EV says, is any low-level Chara Reanime 42? After all that, Rika Bernkastel says, LFG Nebula Peace.
She was overjoyed, expressing her gratitude.
Reanime 42069 says, lol.
Continue to remember Henry for years to come, and told you the location of the abbey where he's buried.
The howl of the Alpha Wolf resurrects the dead wolf!
Arkemir says, yeah you shouldn't have spent Solent. AGS can't even do basic Louis says, Louis Party Creepy 2. Reanime 42069 says, anyone else not get them yet?
I have to look up. There are young trust. There was no one inside. Hey, I hear children. Oh no, there are wolves here too.
Reanime 42069 says, you got yours in mail from spending Solent Po XD, that's why in the Noid BCI spent a **** load.
I was so scared.
Dark Maca says, Dark Maca's Party T1 Halls.
Did you come here?
Because of Iskale, so many people. I couldn't save the wolves. It won't be easy. Oh, would you mind telling? I won't.
What if there are wolves hiding in the forest? I'm scared. If we follow Henry and his friend, everything should turn out all right.
I hear someone in the house. This way. The door is locked. It's okay, the wolves are gone. Please open the door.
Arkemir says, yeah, I spent 50 meters solid to upgrade off-spec skills. I wasn't even thinking about the event. Says, you can use dash morph soon. Arkemir says, but yeah, my stones arrived 2 hours ago. Bubbles says, I spent 650. Bubbles says, I have 13.3. Arkemir says, WTF. He says, he's party temple burn 1 frag. Arkemir says, don't you need like 10k max? Bubbles says, no, it's 12k. Arkemir says, oh okay. Bubbles says, thanks, base upgrades 300-500 alone was 400 meters. Bubbles says, 85 meters on skill book. Bubbles says, 20 meters on resonance. Arkemir says, it's easy to spend solent. Arkemir says, you could upgraded your sync slots too. Bubbles says, 50 meters on random other stuff. Bubbles says, and then 80 meters on rune swaps. Reanime 42069 says, Arkemir says, why do rune swaps though?
Let's take a break.
Sira12 says, Arkemir says, you could bought useful stuff like sync slot. Marango Nordist says, 1 tank 1 healer hyphen and GT, Randon tire 1 tragedy. Bubbles said, Reanime 42069 says, I did like almost 200.